Well, me and my buddies, we had been home brewing for many years, and we had always talked about and dreamed about opening a brewery. And but the laws in Alabama were so restrictive on what we couldn't brew, what we could brew. You know, the ABV was down. Free the Hops got involved, and the law started to change. There wasn't a whole lot of breweries in the state, and so when those laws changed, it gave us the confidence to go ahead and invest the money to start a brewery.
Asking a brewer to stay below 6% is kind of like asking an artist, a painter, to paint only 60% of the canvas. Just can't. It's not feasible. You can't restrict somebody in that manner. And the only reason why we're here is because Free the Hops has passed the ABV law, and then again the Brewery Modernization Act, which allows us to run our brewery like any other brewery in the nation.
Well, I can say this, without Free the Hops, we probably would not have opened the brewery. We love the history of Avondale. We love the history of the building. Actually, this room used to be a brothel back in the late 1800s. So there's a lot of history within the building. There's a lot of history within this area. Every single beer that we brew, we name it based on some part of history of Avondale.
It's not only about the highest quality beer that we can make, it's also about being part of a community.
Miss Fancy's she's a beer drinking elephant. Avondale Park, which is about 3 blocks up the road, was the original site of the Birmingham Zoo. And back in 1913, 1915, Barnum and Bailey Brothers, the circus, they came to town. And the owner of that circus supposedly had a gambling problem. And he got into a gambling match with a city official, and he got way down, and so he put up his prized possession, Miss Fancy, and he lost. And so the city official took the elephant and started Birmingham Zoo. But really the reason we have her as our mascot is because the prohibition officer, she had a stomach ailment, and the only way to treat that stomach ailment was to give her beer and whiskey. So the prohibition officers would go and they'll confiscate all the illegal booze, and they'll bring it down to Avondale Zoo and have Miss Fancy's reserve. So we think it's a cool story.
A friend of mine at Back 40 is famous for saying, a rising tide floats all boats. And in the craft beer industry, that's how we feel about each other. We're all on the same team.
Well, you know, we've never been, so yeah, we're definitely excited about it. We've been to Magic City here in Birmingham, so this will be our debut for Huntsville. We're excited about it. We're going to bring probably all 6 of our flagship brews, but we're also going to bring some special one-offs, maybe some barrel-aged stuff. We save that typically for Brewfest.
We make some quality beer here in Birmingham as well. I know that there's a lot of breweries up there, and I enjoy all of them. And you know, if they're ever down here, to come by and see us. We make really good Belgian beers. That's kind of my specialty. I really love Belgian style beers. Want to know that the craft community in Alabama is growing as a whole, and we should be very proud of it.
Trunks up. That's it.